It's quiet now, but you can almost hear the thunder. The morning sun welcomes the arrival of race teams and gives rise to the roar of engines. NASCAR is driven by people and fueled by passion. More than any racetrack or any car, man is the machine that drives this sport. Every race is a pilgrimage. Fans come from everywhere, and their loyalty is unparalleled. Millions of men, women, and children follow NASCAR. The National Association for Stock Cars. The only thing between a moonshine delivery and a jail cell was a lead foot and a rebuilt engine. So local mechanics went to work, making cars go faster than the speed of law. Before long, bootleggers bragging about who had the fastest car headed for a place where they could race. When the races came to Daytona Beach, fans flocked, and beach lovers gave way to speed lovers. The course ran down the sands and back up the highway that ran beside. Races were wild and wildly popular. The Daytona Beach races boosted the popularity of stock car races running on dirt tracks and state fairgrounds across America. They were to attract the best drivers, mechanics, and owners. More fans and sponsors soon followed. As the stakes got higher, racing technology advanced rapidly into the 21st century. Competition between the greatest teams and drivers in the world. It gives race fans an experience they will never forget.
That was the fun part of racing, beating somebody and bragging about it.
David was my most competitive person.
I felt like if I could outrun Richard, I'd win the race.
When he showed up, he was the man to beat.
The sport started in the South, but soon expanded coast to coast. Tiny tracks were replaced by grand speedways. Now NASCAR runs races on more than 100 tracks across America, where there are many racing series. NASCAR sanctions international, regional, and local racing series, as well as the Camping World Truck and Nationwide series. The better drivers and rivalries push competition to the limit, and sometimes past it. The crashes got more dramatic, but NASCAR implemented new technology to minimize their impact. In 2007, NASCAR completely redesigned the stock car. A larger cockpit, reinforced fuel cells, and state-of-the-art materials keep drivers safer than ever before. One thing that has evolved most is the pit stop. Today's crews can give a car tires and fuel in 12 choreographed seconds.
10-4, sending 4 tires here. Nice and steady, guys. 10-4, we're ready. This time, 4 tires.
Now rip a tear off that windshield. Right side tires are on, 4 tires. The fuel. The car stops. He'll reach out front and grab the lead. is Alan Kowicki winning.
Tim Fox Mercury wins.
At the NASCAR Hall of Fame, we celebrate NASCAR and those who achieve their dreams of glory.
1964, August Tom Wolfe wrote a famous article about him entitled "The Last American Hero." It made Johnson a folk hero, and the story of his life mirrored the history of the sport.
Against a field of top teams, it's an achievement to win a race.
Shine on the back roads of NASCAR record books. His accomplishments became the standard of success of stock car racing. But numbers alone don't equal the man who is king.
He was an incredibly good driver, perhaps the best of his time, maybe the best of all time.
Good on dirt, good on small tracks, good on super speedways. Richard Petty was good.
There was a time there that Richard Petty, when he showed up, it was like, okay, who's going to run second? He dominated. Richard Petty was one of the few people that I've known that had incredible talent on dirt and pavement both.
If his car didn't break down, some mechanical problem happened to him, he was more than likely going to win the race.
Young Richard inspired that Dale and Petty Blue.
Richard Petty was very smart. They were the first that approached it like a business. They knew how hard they could run those cars and expected them to be there at the finish. And I think that helped them win a lot of races and a lot of championships back in those days. They were just simply smart at doing it.
What makes Richard Petty stand out to me is longevity, how long his career spanned. I mean, it's like impossible. It seems like he's in the sport driving for 50 years.
They were in a position to win races. They won races. And I think that's the big deal that allowed them to dominate through the 60s and into the 70s. He was just incredibly focused on one thing, and that was winning races. I think that's what made Richard Petty such a great driver.
Determination pretty well describes Dale Earnhardt and a desire to win no matter what he did.
Dale Earnhardt gave the maximum effort every time he got in a race car.
Oh, Earnhardt in the grass.
He never laid down. He never quit. He always stayed up on top of the wheels.
He was going to be on that racetrack giving 110% every single lap of practice, every single lap of qualifying, and every single lap of that race.
When the Wrangler Cowboy became the man in black, the Intimidator was born.
Dale Earnhardt not only dominated a lot of races, won a lot of races, but he was the Intimidator.
When you saw that black 3 coming, you knew if he was faster than you and you didn't get out of the way, you would hit him.
You get your front end in there, you stand your ground. And a lot of times it comes out bad, but a lot of times you win races too.
He knew how to lean on people. He knew how to put somebody out of the way permanently, or just for the corner.
At some point in time in every race we ran, you had to deal with Dale. He never just pulled over and let you go. And if he did pull over and let you go, he said, "Now, what did you do that for?" Well, I know what he did that for now. He wants to mess with me, you know. He was just really worry you to death to the point where you just kept wondering what he was doing more than what you were doing. And you just finally said, "Go on, man. You want it worse than that."